I knew I'd be wearing this suit sooner rather than later. Let's rise, Dark Knights. The Batman has been out now for about 3 weeks, and out of nowhere, Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers have finally decided to give us our first look of Barry Keoghan as the Joker. Hopefully, you have seen the movie by now. If not, then, well, I'm sorry. The director and Warner Brothers are willing to spoil it, so I'm gonna spoil it. So what I'm gonna do here for you guys is not only showing you the first look of the Joker in the Batman universe, we're also gonna be breaking down this scene, trying to figure out what the future for this version of the Joker could be, really just getting all hyped up, because I gotta admit, this Joker gives me the chills. Takes me 20 minutes to get in this suit, so I'm gonna need you to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, because you're a part of this too. Also thought it'd be really cool to show you guys how to display this thing. Look at that. Isn't that badass? Just waiting for the Batman 2 announcement, y'all. And look, I'm not the type of guy to just show off and not give anything back. I got here 4 of these golden The Batman Batarangs. They only made a couple of thousand of these. These are really dope looking, all gold and magnetic, so you can attach them to anything metal. I bought one for myself, and I have 4 here left over that I want to give out to you amazing people. So if you want to enjoy the Batman Gold Batarang, make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't already. Bonus points if you share this video around. But now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at it here. So we had heard about this scene even before it was finally released. Matt Reeves went ahead and did a bunch of interviews talking about that scene involving the Joker at the very end of The Batman. And in those conversations, Matt Reeves described this exact scene that we finally got to see. Also, the way they released it was pretty cool. They used the Rotolata website that you get at the very end of The Batman. It's just been releasing stuff week by week. They announced a prequel comic book for Paul Dano's The Riddler, marking his year 1. And now if you solve the 3 riddles on the website, you got this 5-minute deleted scene. Pretty awesome marketing of them. And this exact scene is what Matt Reeves described to us, is that Batman at one point in the movie is just getting so frustrated with the Riddler that he decides to go get some outside help. This is actually a callback to The Long Halloween, where Batman did the same thing. When he can't figure out who this killer is, he takes it upon himself to go to Arkham Asylum, meet up with Calendar Man, and have a conversation about exactly who it could be, and hopefully it would help him catch this criminal. And from the sounds of this scene, this is something I definitely wanted to see, so I'm happy they released it, breaking it down. It's got that awesome Matt Reeves stylistic choices. So we get here the intimidating Batman walking in, coming face to face with the Joker, and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is saying, "Almost your anniversary, isn't it?" Making it clear that Batman is the guy who put him in prison almost a year ago, so he has met the Joker in his first year, since this movie takes place in Batman's second year of crime fighting. I even like the little detail and the joking side of this Joker, where he goes ahead and says, "Oh, this anniversary's paper?" I feel like after all these interpretations of the Joker, it's just hard to do something completely different that no other version has done. But I like what's happening here. The guy seems totally in control, even gets to mess with Batman's head throughout this interaction, and you get a real taste of this version of the Joker's intelligence, because just from sitting down and looking at these files that Batman has collected, within like a couple of minutes, he pinpoints down and foreshadows what will be happening by the end of the movie.
You think his motive is political?
Oh, no. This is very, very personal. He feels these people have all wronged him.
Why is he writing to me?
Maybe he's a fan of yours?
He says that it looks like this guy is a fan of yours, that he is encouraged by your actions, a nobody trying to become somebody. Even says that this most likely is personal and this vendetta goes way back, which all turns out to be true and is revealed to us by the end of the movie. Heck, this could have been the reason why the scene was deleted. It was just a little too on the nose and foreshadowed a little heavily what the outcome and revelations would be by the end of the film. And also, with them trying to make this a smart detective Batman, it would be kind of dumb of him not to take those words that the Joker said and roll with them and realize, oh wait, maybe he's onto something here, which was the whole point of him going there. But with some of that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about this design, because it is so creepy. One thing they do throughout this shot is they consistently blur out the face of this Joker, making it something that you can only make out in the shadows. And I kind of see some of the Heath Ledger inspiration here. You have the blackened eyes, of course, the reddish looking smile, but the really messed up green hair. I wouldn't say say his skin is all the way pale white. It looks pretty much like his regular skin, so it'll be interesting if he shows up in the future, whether they'll paint his skin white or it'll just be this normal pale looking skin when someone is very sick. I've mentioned this before in previous videos, but that little look we got of him in the Batman, it really reminded me of the New 52 look for the Joker, because that one also has the shaved head and some scars around his face, but this one really takes it to another level. But speaking of some of these scars on him, I don't know what happened that first year he was fighting Batman, but it looks like the boy was not holding back his punches, or this Joker has just been through a life of ridicule and torture, because there are just so many scars and open wounds everywhere from his hands. Like, I don't even think he has fingernails. It's so unsettling to look at. If you saw this man face to face, I think you would piss your pants. But that just might be to the disease this Joker has, because Matt Reeves wanted to be a little different with how this version of the Joker came to be. Matt Reeves has gone ahead and described it as he has a congenital disease where he can't stop smiling and it's horrific. His face is half covered through most of the film. Continuing on, it's not about some version where he falls into a vat of toxic chemicals and his face is distorted, or what Christopher Nolan did where there's some mystery to how he got these scars carved into his face. What if this guy from birth had this disease and he was cursed? He had this smile that people stared at and that was grotesque and terrifying. Even as a child, people looked at him with horror, and his response was, okay, so a joke was played on me, and this is his nihilistic take on the world. So this is a Joker who's literally been tormented his entire life, suffering from this permanent smile, which is probably why he has so many scars and bruises, as I could just assume that this ugly smile has gotten him in terrible situations. But I also wonder if part of this disease makes his face look all this scarred up and nasty. It's even cooler to think about when this isn't even the entirely full look of the new Joker here. Sure, we have his face, his hairstyle, the scars. We don't even know what his suit looks like. We don't know what his attire is. Does this man actually rock two-piece suits, you know, with the purple jacket and whatnot, or is he gonna do something completely different? I'm curious to know what he looked like outside of this Arkham prisoner outfit. It's such a cool scene that started giving me chills by the end of it, but I know even after all of this and us getting a new version of the Joker, there are people out there who are fatigued and tired of seeing Joker after Joker. But just to clarify, this doesn't mean he's gonna be the main bad guy of the next movie. Matt Reeves has clarified in interviews, just because he teased the Joker, showed him off, it wasn't an Easter egg or foreshadowing for what's next. He did it more as world building, just to let you know this guy is out there and maybe one day he could fight Batman. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see this guy for a while. In fact, I think the only reason they released this scene and let the public see it is because they plan to use the Joker for their spin-off Arkham TV series. This is a show that's been announced and in the works that is coming very soon, where they describe it to be almost like a horror show where we get the insights of Arkham and some of the inmates that live in there. I'm really starting to think this is actually secretly a Joker television series that'll star this version of the Joker, where we kind of see his evolution, interaction in the prison, and maybe the show ends with him escaping. But that's just wild guessing right here. At the end of the day, this Joker is awesome, and I can't believe I didn't even mention this, but I like his laugh. His laugh is cool, y'all.
You think they deserved it?
You know how hard it is to give a distinct Joker laugh? Some of y'all are expecting way too much. But let me know what you guys thought of this deleted scene for the Joker. Are you happy they removed it from the movie, or that they at least finally showed it to us? Your thoughts on the Joker from his look, personality, and origin, I'd love to hear from you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. Make sure you enter the giveaway. But as always, I'm Batten Chris. Until the next time, bros.